You will be able to chat with your Google Drive using a done-for-you template. Imagine being able to chat instead of search. What was on page 5 of the PDF? What did the financials say? How much did I spend this month? This can answer all of those questions for you using a done-for-you template. You can get this full template done for you exactly how we see it here in the first comment that's pinned down below the video. You can enter the school community, it's free right now, and go ahead and download this exact template. And as we work through this, I'll show you where you need to make specific changes to the template so that you can actually use it for your file. So your login, the differences between certain lists, and that will allow you to create the setup for yourself without having to build this out node by node. It's a done for you template. You follow along and it's done. So check the link in the bio, download the template. It's a JSON file. And then when you open up N8N, all you'll do is come up right here and import from file and import the JSON file, and you'll have this exact setup and we'll be ready to go. We have the full build right here. So on the left, this is just the ability to take your files from Google Drive and we will download them into a vector database, which I'll show you how to set up. It takes no time at all and it's no code. It gets chunked and embedded in the vector database. It basically gets put in a three-dimensional plot that allows us to retrieve the information more efficiently. So that actually gives us the ability to chat with the information from the Google Drive. So on the right side here, we have the chat function, and this is where you can go ahead and ask questions about your financial statement or your PDF or whatever you want to have in the vector database. In this example, we'll use some of my Google Drive files and I'll show you how we can talk to it. First note is just about having to click to execute the workflow. This just means we'll click to trigger the download of our Google Drive file into the Pinecone vector database. And in this is where we actually have the Google Drive URL. So what you want to do is go to your Google Drive, the file that you have that you want to talk with. You'll just copy the URL and come in here and you'll just change this to, you can name this whatever you want. I just put file name and paste in your Google Drive link right here. And after that, when you come into this node for the download file, you want to make sure that you move this. It'll be from list or from URL to URL. And then again, put your Google Drive link. So as we saw here, I have the link, it just changed. Come over here, I'll paste the link in. We have our Pinecone vector store. Setting a Pinecone is free and it takes 2 seconds to set. I'll walk you through right now how to set up the vector database for yourself so that you can actually download the Google Drive file into Pinecone and read it from there. So what you want to do is go to pinecone.io, and you want to sign up. It's free. You can use your email to sign up. You can use Gmail, for example. It's really quick. So after you click sign up, it'll take you to a console dashboard, and I'll show you what that console dashboard looks like right now. Here we are on the Pinecone dashboard. After you create your account, it'll bring you to this view right here. We want to create an index. The first thing we do is come to index. We'll go ahead up here in the top right and click create an index. And for this, you can call your index whatever you want. Really, just for housekeeping purposes, be thorough in what you're naming it, because if you're putting, for example, your financial statements or books that you've read, or I don't know, you want to be able to know what index you're referencing. So for this example, we'll do research paper. It's test research paper that I'm going to load in, so we'll be able to talk to it from here. And the embedding model, we'll do 3 small. Here for dimension, we will do 1536. So again, name, embedding model, 3 small, OpenAI. Make sure you move this 1536. Serverless, AWS, we can keep this all stock, and we will go ahead and create the index. My picture's in the way. All right, cool. So we have the index created, as we can see up here. Now I have two. If I go to N8N, I can now tie the index to this node. Go ahead and click on the Pinecone Vector Store. And up here, you want to go ahead and set up your Pinecone API. So if you just click on this, it will set you up. Basically, you just have to paste over your API key into N8N, and it will connect N8N with Pinecone so they can communicate with each other, and these will flow through. We have the operation mode insert documents. From the list, this is the index. I just created the research paper index. If you come and click your drop down here, you'll be able to see all your indexes that you create. And embedding batch size, we can leave it 200. We have our default data loader. You can leave it stock as is when it's bringing, when you bring the JSON file over from the upload from the school community, you can just leave all of this stock. You want to make sure that the text splitter is set to custom and you have this node there, the recursive text splitter. Now for the vector store retriever, you just want to come back in here, because when you do bring over the JSON file, you will have to put in your index again. If we come into the vector store retriever, we can leave this at 4. When we come to the Pinecone vector store node here, you want to make sure that your API is connected at the top. Again, you'll probably have to log in here because you're bringing over the JSON file. Leave this as is, the operation mode, you see retrieve documents. From the list, you want to go ahead and click the drop down and select the index that you've created for this. And we have the embedding model, OpenAI. And again, if you don't have OpenAI connected, it's different than your ChatGPT. So if you have ChatGPT, you want to go ahead and set up OpenAI, which we do have different videos on the channel that walk you through this, but it's different than your ChatGPT account. You can go ahead and set that up. It takes 2 minutes to set up. We'll use the text embedding 3 small. What does the vector database do? We're taking a document, we're taking a PDF, we're taking a JSON file or a financial statement, whatever you use for your use case, and we are chunking it. Chunking it means you're breaking it up into parts, into chunks. So if you have a document, it's split into a couple pieces, and then it's embedded into the vector database. So Pinecone Vector Store, all that is, you can just think of it as a 3-dimensional plot, and your information is stored on that 3-dimensional plot in a way that it's easy to retrieve for our chat function. So when we want to talk or get information from the vector database, we can ask it questions. It can quickly locate where that information is and retrieve an answer for us. So that's how it makes it super easy to talk to your financial statement or ask your PDF questions about maybe a story or a script. We have the flow set up here, so we'll just click execute workflow to run it. And we can see that the Google Drive file has been downloaded. It's getting chunked and embedded into the Pinecone Vector database. We see that's complete. If we click on the Pinecone Vector Store, we see the output here, and we have some of the information. I'm just going to go ahead and pin this data up here in the top right. Now we can come to the chat function and actually talk to it. Very important to check, because you brought over the JSON file from the school community, you have to double check that you're bringing over the correct index. Here you want to make sure it's the correct index from the index that you created in Pinecone. I have, where we walk through together, the research paper. I'll come in here, open chat. I'll say, give me a brief summary of this research paper in 4 sentences. It's thinking, it's going into the vector database. We're using the model, here we are. And it talks about AI models, various techniques. So it was a research paper on AI, and it gave me a 4-sentence summary that quick. This is a dozens of pages PDF, and that was relatively fast. Now I'm having a conversation with it instead of having to search through it. Think about what you can put in here, whether it's things that you've read, notes that you've taken, histories, scripts, financial statements, PowerPoints, research reports, meeting notes, whatever it could be. You can do this in no time at all. It took 10 minutes. It's zero code. It was free. And you have the done for you template in the school community, so you didn't have to build the nodes out. You literally just plug and play, and now you're getting answers. So instead of searching for stuff, you're just chatting. Anyways, we have multiple builds. We have a build a day just about in the school community. We go over everything. If you ever have questions, you have the done for you templates. It really adds productivity to your life. It allows you to sell these agents. It allows you to get leverage using the tools that are out there that are just getting better every day. In joining the community, you stay on top of the new information coming out and the new tools. So I hope you found the build useful, and I'll see you in the next one. And that's the build. If you found it useful, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and let us know in the comments what type of build you want to see next. The school community, which is linked down below, has all these templates built for you. You don't have to build a single node. You just plug in your credentials and you're ready to go. Whether you're starting an AI agency, consulting businesses using AI tools, or just using them in your personal life, we have it all for you there.